Hey guys, Alex here from MarketWise Asia, and in today's quick video, just going to share with you on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And today's date is the 22nd of June 2021. So if you follow the news or the chart yesterday, you should know that the Bitcoin and the Ethereum had a sell-off yesterday. All right, so for Bitcoin, let's go through Ethereum first. Ethereum, it fell hard yesterday, was down about 16%. And for Bitcoin, it was slammed at about 11%. Okay, so let's go through the chart later and whether I think there will be further sell-off in both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So before I get really started, right, just a very quick disclaimer first. Whatever I share in this video, it is for educational and informational purpose. It is not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. So it is definitely not financial advice. So please do your own due diligence. All right, so got it, huh? So let's get started. And first thing first, right, we have this Market Insight Virtual Summit that's coming up on the 10th and July of 2021, next month in July. So we have quite a number of awesome speakers out there. Michael Covell, Tom Basso, Boris Slogsberg will be covering stocks, ETF, options, to even cryptocurrencies. All right, so for this time around, we have invited Jason Chew, which is from Malaysia, which is the managing partner of BitcoinMalaysia.com, and he has formed one of the largest online cryptocurrency in Southeast Asia. And this is his site over here, BitcoinMalaysia.com. And if you take a look at his Facebook groups, he has already more about 70,000 people in his group already. So quite excited, he'll be sharing with you his insights on Bitcoin, and of course, that Bitcoin recently, have been dropping. I think it'll be awesome to see what he has to share on Bitcoin and his views on the cryptocurrencies world. Okay, so let's get started right now. So before I go into that again, in my previous video, right, on MarketWise Asia YouTube channel, I already mentioned back in 5th of June 2021, that is the start of June, I mentioned that, will Ethereum be heading back to 1730 again? And at the point in time, I was bearish simply because, price was actually testing the central pivot range, which is acting as a resistance zone. And, true enough, Bitcoin really indeed, fall lower. So let's take a look at the for the Ethereum right now. So in fact, price actually fell. Okay, so it's not in a straight line, but eventually it fell. I'm not trying to prove that I'm right, but I'm just trying to tell you that, Ethereum, Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies right now, they are in a downtrend. All right, they are in a downtrend. And if we are doing a short-term, mid-term kind of trade, it is best that you follow the trend, okay, and don't fight the trend. So let's take a look at the Ethereum once again. So can you see over here, right, for Ethereum over here, price actually tested the central pivot range over here, this green dotted line over here. So after it was tested, price actually break down once again. And of course, this was the trend line that I've drawn. Price actually broke down this trend line, retrace up a bit and then comes back down again and then comes back down again. So my personal view hasn't changed yet. So I still believe that, there's a high chance that, price could test the low at about 1730, okay, which is, we are not too far away already. The price now is at about 1980 right now. So of course, after a big sell-off yesterday where price actually fell about 16%, and it's not surprising that today there will be some rebound, technical rebound, but my view still hold the same. Price could test the low again, and this low, which is coincide with the long-term trend line over here. Okay, for Ethereum, when price broke above this trend line over here. Okay, so until then, when price tested this trend line again, where it will be a critical area. So I don't want to predict right now, but why I think is that price could test this, and then we will see how price react at this level before we see how it will pan out. All right, even for Bitcoin, it is the same as well. So can you see that price actually tested this central pivot range over here, and then price broke down again. So Bitcoin was a little bit more tricky in a sense that I've drawn this trend line over here, simple one. When price broke down, price actually kind of recovered back again, and this was kind of tricky. Price actually broke above this high over here, and it could led into some buying from the bulls, thinking that it is going to hit higher, but it was a false breakout over here, and then price continued to head down lower. So same for Ethereum. I still feel that we could be heading to test the low over here, which is at about 30,000. And what you want to take note is that this 30,000 is a very strong support area over here. So can you see over here, this was the prior support, and now it's somewhere near the support again. So 30,000, 30K, it is a stronghold over here. And if price, cannot hold the 30K, and I think there will be further downside to go. So let's draw a standard classical support and resistance line over here. So this is the support over here. So we are somewhere around here already. And because I'm using the Camarilla levels and the support, we might be testing this level 3, which is about 29,000. If price broke below the prior low over here, the first line of support will be at 29,000 if we test it within this month in June, because this pivot point over here and the Camarilla is only for this month in June. All right, so if we take a look into the longer time frame, this is the weekly time frame wise. Okay, I think there will be too many lines over here. Let me try to remove the lines over here, and then it is clearer over here. And then I add in, all right, the yearly central pivot range over here. Can you see the black dotted line over here? All right, so long-term wise, if price really continues to head down lower, I believe we could be testing 25,000 and 20,000. Okay, so this black dotted line over here. Okay, these two lines over here. So the first line is about 25,000, 25K, and then we have 20K over here. Okay, so overall the trend is still down. All right, and if you remember when actually Bitcoin first started to take off, it is at the start of the year in 2021, January. So somewhere around here over here. So price could potentially just do a flush down lower. All right, to hurt all these people who went in at the start of the year. So this is a possibility. All right, so while I am bearish, so when will I turn bullish? That is the million-dollar question. Actually, it is very simple for me. So for me, I always use the central pivot range to give me the idea first. Okay, so let's add in the central pivot range over here, the green line over here. All right, so can you see previously, when Bitcoin was in a uptrend, price was actually always tested the CPR, never once has gone below the central pivot range over here. Can you see? And once price went down below the CPR, then this is a cause for concern. And then when price rebounded back to the CPR again, it is acting as a resistance, and then price fall lower, hitting the CPR again, acting as a resistance. So for me to turn bullish, right, price has to go above the central pivot range before I think about buying into cryptocurrencies. So for in this month of June, right, the central pivot range is here. If price continue to fall, the next month in July, the central pivot range will go down lower. Let's assume that next month it is somewhere around here. Let's say price started to reverse, stop falling, and then hit above the central pivot range. Then that is the time where I will be more interested to buy into Bitcoin. Right? Until then, I am still bearish in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Same for Ethereum as well. All right. Can you see over here in the previous months over here, price never tested the CPR. Tested, but never go below the CPR, still above until price went below, rebounded and then head down lower. Okay, so again, so let's say price heading down lower next month, I suppose CPR will be somewhere lower. Until then, if price reverse back above the CPR, then I'll be more interested about Ethereum and Bitcoin. So you guys get what I'm trying to say. And if you want to know how I set up the central pivot range, the pivot point, and the Ichimoku cloud to determine the trend, right, feel free to go to MarketWise Asia YouTube channel. Under the playlist over here, under the tutorial over here, there is this how to set up the Ichimoku cloud, pivot point, and central pivot range over here. And last thing, all right, so before I end this video, for this Market Insights Virtual Summit over here, if you are watching this on YouTube, you will see the link in the description box. And if you're watching this on Facebook, you should be able to see the sign up link to this summit at the first comment. So, all right, I hope all is good and all is well for you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you and bye-bye.